That happened around 5 p.m. yesterday.
Yeah, tell me what happened. You were in Powell's bookstore.
Yeah, I was in Powell's at the downtown location, which is always very busy. Holiday season is gearing up, so a lot of people were there shopping. It was quite crowded, which is, I suppose, common there. And it was Sunday night, and my husband and I were shopping for books. I had just gotten a new job, and so I was hoping to pick up some books to help me do well in my new job, and buy some holiday gifts. And my husband and I had made plans to meet at the cafe there. And the first time I came to Portland for a visit was back in 2015, and I had remembered that cafe as being a nice place. Had good coffee, and so it was a good place to be. But so we made plans to meet there, and basically what happened was I ordered a coffee. My husband and I were going to meet there, and so I was waiting for him to arrive, and I paid for the coffee, paid for the items that I purchased, and I noticed that some man was staring at me and looking at me and kind of watching me from the risers. They have this sort of inner seating area where you can kind of sit on an elevated area. And so he was on this elevated area above my eye level looking at me. And, I kind of ignored it at first. I was like, okay, like whatever, people are going to do what they're going to do. The cafe was pretty crowded. There were a lot of families in there, dozens of people in there. It was packed. There was no seating anywhere to be found. And so I was just standing waiting for my coffee. And I had sort of walked away a little bit to see if there was seating. There was no seating. And so I walked back toward where I was going to pick up my coffee as I was waiting for it. And my husband had arrived there. I saw him. He was right there next to me. And I was told that I had to walk around the counter to this one side of the counter that was much closer to this man to pick up my coffee. And so I walked around the counter to pick it up. And, as I approached the area to pick up my coffee, this man spat at me from about 5 feet away. And it was a very intentional, forceful amount of spit. It was a shocking amount of spit, and it traveled quite far. He was still about 5 feet away from me, and I believe that he was aiming for my face, for it to land on my face. But my head was kind of like this, so it kind of landed on my hair here. And I was definitely in shock when it happened, and I was shocked, and I think my husband was shocked. And basically that's the initial thing that happened. And after that happened, the man was again looking directly at me, not breaking eye contact, saying, "I have COVID, I have COVID, I have COVID," repeatedly staring at me and saying this. And to me, I was like, okay, well, I was just completely shocked. I mean, obviously there's COVID is not something to take lightly, and it's not something to threaten people with. And a lot of people are immunocompromised and do take that stuff seriously still. And I think rightfully so for a lot of folks. And, crowded holiday travel and shopping can be very stressful for some people that have immune issues. And so, using COVID as a threat to someone after you have degraded them and harassed them and been menacing toward them in such a public way in front of dozens of people was just shocking. And the way that Powell's handled it was completely unacceptable, in my opinion.
And do you believe this man was specifically targeting you?
I don't know him. I've never seen him before. But I was chosen out of the many people that were there. He decided to specifically spit on me. He made eye contact with me and then decided to do that in a crowded cafe full of people. And so for me, it felt weirdly targeted, even though I had no idea who this person was. And so for some reason, I was the chosen victim of this incident. And afterward, basically my husband and I were trying to tell this man to leave. Powell's did nothing. They did nothing to intervene. There was no on-site security whatsoever at Powell's. No one there to help diffuse the situation or to keep us safe. And there appeared to be zero protocols in place of what to do if this man had escalated it, if he had pulled out a knife, if he had pulled out a gun, if he had physically, tried to, physically harm us in additional ways. And so like, we were just shocked that Powell's did nothing, and that they not only that Powell's did nothing, but also that the employees shrugged it off as though it happened all the time, and that things like that happened all the time, and that women can't feel safe in bookstores, and that people can't feel safe in bookstores because Powell's isn't doing anything to protect customers and to have any modicum of safety and civility whatsoever in a store. And so it was really, really disgusting and dismaying to see, honestly.
Well, and it's just so violating. Like, were
super degrading. It's super degrading to spit on a woman, to physically make yourself above her, and then to spit on her in such an obvious way where it was extremely intentional. And, afterwards to use the threat of COVID as a weapon, implying like, I just got you sick, to me is like a deeply disgusting thing to do and not acceptable. And I'm shocked that Powell's
her husband was supposed to be her security. Press 1. Why is she not upset with her husband? She's mad with Kyle's, but she's not mad at her husband. That's what you have a husband for, man. These type of situations is why you have a husband. Like, your husband was with you. Her husband was with her. Why is she acting like her husband was one of her girlfriends? She's literally acting like her husband was one of her girlfriends. And I'm not saying that. Listen. No, but your husband can. If somebody hog spits on you, there's nowhere where you can be out with your wife and some man hog spits on her and doesn't run away. Nah, I would have maced that dude. And then I would have hit him so hard. I would have hit him so hard that he would have never forgot me, ever. I'm talking about, he would have never forgotten me. He would have always remembered me. He would have remembered me for all of his days. I wouldn't have done too much. Like you said, you don't want to catch a charge, but I would have maced him, and then I would have just reared back and leaned into that boom. And then we would have walked off. Then we would have walked. I would have socked him too.
Let this person be there for as long as he was there, because after the incident, again, Powell's did nothing to, tell this man to leave the store or approach him or talk to him or call the police or hire security. They didn't do anything. So eventually, my husband had been talking to this man saying, hey, you need to leave the store. And so the man eventually stormed out, and as he was leaving, he was threatening us with violence. He was saying, I'm going to hurt you guys, cursing and making physical, verbal threats of physical violence. And, for a moment, we're like, okay, like, is he going to come back in? Is he going to come back in and do something violent?
How does that guy, did they have sex that night? My ladies of Aqua Nation, is there any Aqua Nation ladies in here? Because I just want to know, and I'm not judging the guy. He might not, who knows, whatever. But did they have sex? Did him and his wife have sex that night? And I just want to know, ladies, where my Aqua Nation ladies at, man? Nah, this ain't a situation. That's where you're wrong. This is not a situation where you think about it. This is instinct. Instincts take over in this situation. Press 1. Press 1. This situation, I was listening to it while I was upstairs. I had to do something for my wife. I had to get her some ice cream and shit. But I was listening to it I was listening to it on my phone. This is a situation where instincts take over. You're out with your wife. Y'all going to a restaurant. Some guy just hog spits on her and stands there. That's not like, oh, I'm going to get in trouble. That's instincts. Your instincts take over. You don't think about that. He said you used a big purple strap on. You crazy. Might as well. Listen, I'm a son man, right? I'm a son man. Some man will kill you for that, man. This shit right here, son man will kill you for that. I'm talking about murder you for that. That shit right there, that's definitely the son man will murder you for that. I mean, without a doubt. murder you, like just kill you literally. Not I'm gonna kill you, like no, literally.
Is he going to bring a weapon next time? Like, that's where my mind was going. And my mind was like, okay, you know what? We bought our books. We need to leave. Like, we're out of here because this place is not safe. And these employees are not only not equipped to handle anything like this, but they also don't know what to do. They don't know how to respond. They don't know if, okay, maybe it's to the point where it's dangerous enough that we actually need to call the police and get some help here. Because I'm baffled at the bystander effect that took place as well, where there were over a dozen people, 20 or more people, parents, families.
But they saw your husband. I think it is, man. They see you with your husband, and your husband's not doing anything. Listen, it's one man, and you have your husband with you. Your husband's not doing anything. Bystander's not going to help because now if your husband had jumped on him, bystanders probably would have helped. But people are like, damn, he ain't doing shit. I ain't about to risk my life. I don't know what this motherfucker got. I ain't about to risk my life. He ain't even doing shit. If you were by yourself, man, I think people would have helped the press one. People would have helped her if she was by herself. But people just was like, oh, you got your husband with you. We just stand back and let him handle it.
Adults of all kinds, children of all kinds, and that not a single other person said anything to try to help me.
Well, police had told me that he might have spit on other people too.
I didn't personally witness it, but two women after the man, I believe it was after the man had left, they approached me quickly and briefly, and it seemed like they were on their way out also, because I'm sure they also felt rattled by whatever had been done to them, but they also said hey, this man also harassed us. And so they had kind of just told me we were also harassed. So I don't have firsthand, eyewitness of other people being attacked, but
I didn't see that video. Send it to me, Amanda Harrington. What city was it in, Amanda? I didn't see that video.
A few people in the cafe suggested that they may have been attacked also by this person.
My last question, police told me they're looking at investigating this as a bias.
I think it's possible. I don't know, and I think we have to look at all the facts of the case and look at whether other women were targeted exclusively or whether it was more broad in general. And I think this person, if they are arrested and questioned, that this person is asked, was this your intention? Because I think it feels personal, when someone singles you out in a large group of people and decides, you know what, I'm going to do this to you. It feels inherently personal. And so I don't know, but I have that feeling that I was obviously the intended victim. And so I think security footage of the incident, Powell's has many security cameras. The employees said that they were aware that he had entered through the front building entrance, whatever that means. So I don't know if that means that they knew that he had entered and they chose not to do anything. If they were just going to watch him and wait until he did something horrible. It was really unclear to what extent Powell's knew about this man, whether he had been going there regularly to harass people, or whether I was just the first person who was the first victim that actually spoke up. And I really want people to remember that it's all of our jobs to speak up about things when we see things. And
no, ma'am, it's not everybody's job to speak up when you see things. No, that's not true. Some wild maniac. Now, I will give her this. The establishment needs to have security. Yes, the establishment needed to have security.
Not just let the bystander effect make more victims, because I really think it's important that we look out for each other in our community, and that we report things when we see it, and that we know at a certain point that it's just not safe.
Sponsor tonight's programming. Take the challenge. It's a Friday. It's Good Friday, man. Sponsor the program. 'Tis the season to sponsor the program.
And the bottom line is I just want to feel safe to go to a bookstore. And
if you guys ever want to support the channel too, I'll put the link here too. You can also support the channel here. This link right here. If you can't super chat, You can hit this button right here, this link right here, and it takes you right to a support page. And you can support with your credit card or via PayPal or whatever you want to do. And I'll get the message and I can read it. So yeah, there's options. There's more options to support the channel. And that lady, she's blaming everybody. I don't like. I'm offended by the way she's blaming everybody for what happened to her. It's not everybody's fault that you got. And listen, I feel bad that happened to her, but she seems to be bitter. She seems bitter. She seems bitter, and she seems like she's upset with the people who were there with their families that didn't jump in with this maniac and protect you and your husband. I'm not protecting you and your husband. Now, if you were by yourself, maybe, but still, even then, that.
To be honest,
what are you feeling right now that is like bringing that emotion up for you? Is it like reliving what happened? Is it the fact that like you felt like?
Yeah, I mean, my husband had my back, which is amazing. But often, women go through the world alone, and sometimes he can.
Your husband didn't have your back, you moron. Did she just say her? So think about this. She's calling out everybody there, or the bystander effect, and then she has the nerve to say her husband had her back. I'm offended. I hate these liberal white women, man. I hate liberal white women. This is Portland. I hate liberal white women, man. I hate white liberal women, whatever you want to call it. Liberal white women, white liberal women. I hate them. After saying all of that, she has the nerve to say her husband had her back. After you shitted on everybody in the restaurant for not helping you, you got the nerve to say your husband had your back. Your husband didn't have your back. Your husband got his nuts taken. Yeah, her husband was hiding behind her facts. He had your back, all right. This is crazy. These liberal white women are crazy, man. I can't believe she just said that.
What are you feeling right now that is like bringing? Is it like reliving what happened?
Yeah, I mean, my husband had my back, which is amazing. But often, women go through the world alone, and sometimes he can't always be there to step in and say, "Hey, don't do that." And obviously,
hey, don't do that. Hey, don't do that. Are you kidding me? Some guy hog spits on you, threatens you and over and over again, and your husband said, "Hey, don't do that." And listen, man, I'm not sitting here trying to act like, things can't happen. I mean, things can happen, man. Anybody can get, punked and Just her, like, I mean, Jesus Christ, she railed on everybody. Nobody helped. Nobody said anything. It was 20 people there. They were the bystander effect. Nobody said anything. Nobody even took a second to even say, "Hey, tell the man to back off of us." Well, all that smoke should have been for your husband, baby. Your husband, man.
I spoke up for myself, and I'm trying to speak up for myself now. And I phoned the police, and afterwards I was like, you know what? Yeah, I think this was a crime that occurred, and it needs to be reported. And I think so for me,
Did she say the race of the guy? Did she ever say the race of the guy? Because I don't recall her saying the race of the guy. Because I'm starting to think this guy's black, because white people don't have a problem checking other white people. Press 1. White people will check each other quick. "Hey, bucko, not in here. We don't do that around here, bucko. Hey, buddy, you need to leave. Buddy, you need to leave now." But white people don't have a problem checking each other. This was a person of color, man. This was a person of color. She should have said, "White men feel so entitled under Trump." She would have definitely said something if it was a white man. Boy Kachina says, read my PayPal. Okay. Salute to you, bro. Taser test the testes of those who get molested. Yo, oh, wow. Salute to Mandy, man. Amanda, man. Amanda in the building, man. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you about my friend Amanda, man. Let me tell you about my friend Amanda, man. Amanda, man. She's a very special lady, man. Amanda's a very special lady, man. Everybody give Amanda a round of applause, man. Amanda's a very special lady, man. A very special contributor to the program, man. Shout out to Amanda, man. Shout out to Amanda, man. Amanda in the building. Let me tell you about Amanda, man. Did I ever tell you about Amanda? Amanda's special, man. She is special. If this was you, Amanda, I would have, Lord, you don't want to know. That dude don't want to know what I would have did if he'd have hog spit on Amanda, man. He would have hog spit on Amanda, man. I'd have put these big nits on him, man. Boom, boom. And I hit hard, man. I don't like to brag and shit. Man, I hit hard. I hit hard, Jack. Some men hit hard, too. A lot of some men hit hard. I'm one of them. I'm one of them. I ain't gonna lie to you, Jack. I'm one of them. I'm one of them. I'm one of the ones that hit hard. A lot of them hit hard, but I'm one of them. Definitely, without a doubt. But yeah, man, this is crazy, man. Listen, this woman, there's a lot here. I would love to see Anton Daniels, Black Conservative Perspective, and all the other guys do this video, man, to see if there's anything that I missed, man. You know, I would love to see a bunch of the other people do this video, man, because this is a let me share this video with you guys, man. Share this link with you guys. This is KTU News. Let me share this video with you guys. Let me share this video with you guys out here, man. Jeez. I've been struggling with this Wi-Fi all night. I don't know what the how snow makes Wi-Fi go bad. I just don't understand that. Does the snow like settle on the tower or something? Here it is right here. I just posted the link to this video because I'm interested in what people think about this. And listen, I'm not trying to see her act like I'm a tough guy, but my nigga, man, I would mace the leader of the blood. If the leader of the Bloods did that to me, if the leader of the goddamn Crips did that to me, man, I would have maced his ass. I ain't even gonna lie, man. Like certain sun men see differently, and it ain't certain sun man gonna be like, yo, a sun man gonna take that as disrespect to him. See, that's where you will fuck up with a sun man. Press 1. A sun man would see that as disrespect to him, not necessarily his wife. He would see it as if you disrespected him to the utmost. You know what I mean? He would take that personally. And you know how sons are with disrespect.
Partly the personal shock of the incident and just feeling like so many crimes go unreported that women or other victims are just too afraid to say anything because they don't know if what happened was even a crime. And so I feel like it's sad, but I think it's really important to empower yourself through educating yourself about the laws in the state and what constitutes harassment.
What law could help you? Like if somebody he spit on you, you don't need a law for that. There's no law that you need that like somebody spits on you, that's human law. They gave this white woman 12 minutes. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. They gave this white woman 12 minutes. This piece is 12 minutes long. They gave her 12 minutes. Look, they gave her 12 minutes to talk about getting spit on in front of her husband and her husband not doing a motherfucking thing and how mad she is at everybody else for not doing nothing. But her husband got her back and she loved her husband for having her back because he told the guy not to do that. Yeah, man.
What constitutes assault, what constitutes, menacing behavior, all those things are crimes punishable with jail time and other things. And so I think it's important that people are aware of what's
Botox. Look at her face. Haggard. She looks like she was beautiful at one point. She looks haggard now because she's got so much Botox and fillers and that she made herself look like a Skeletor. I'm sure she was very beautiful. She looked like she was model beautiful before she started doing all that to her face. She's tall too. Damn, man. All that beauty she probably had when she was young and she bagged a dude that couldn't do nothing to her. Couldn't do nothing. Listen, man, you spit on a son man wife and he ain't there. It was if a son man find out, if his son man wife called him like, yeah, this dude just spit on me, and the son man's not there, and the dude, and when he gets there, the dude is gone. The son man will still try to find that dude and kill him. Son man will track that nigga down, man. Some son men will track that guy down.
Illegal behavior, and that when they see people being hurt, that they speak up and that they say something. So
police have released images.
Jeez.